has your life changed since starting therapy?
I'm pretty comfortable and confident doing about anything I set my mind to now. I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I still experience anxiety when I'm giving a speech or a presentation, but it's kind of a different kind of anxiety. Maybe I'd look at it more like where, yeah, there's some nervousness because I might mess up a little bit is still there, but there's also some of this nervousness, excitedness because I'm gonna get to talk about something that I'm interested in and I've researched on, and I know I'm gonna maybe teach somebody something that they didn't know before. So, you know, that kind of brings a little bit of an excitement to it. I don't intentionally avoid something just to avoid it anymore. Somebody might come up to me and say, hey, can you come and, you know, give a little 5-minute talk about your experience that you had at this meeting or something like that that you've been to? And immediately, you know, I'm kind of just like, sure, yeah, I can do that. Whereas in the past, I'd be like, I'm really not good with that kind of thing. So I appreciate you asking me, but I'd rather not do that. But like I'm saying, you know, there's some anxiety that is still there, but it's not directing the decisions that I make anymore. So in that sense, I would say that's been the greatest part of my recovery, and it's lasted for years now. So I'm assuming it's going to last for however long I live.
How long ago did you begin the therapy?
For me, I was about, the actual groups, I believe, was end of 2000, start of 2001 area. And I felt like, you know, it's like one of those, for me, for my recovery anyway, it was kind of like one of those things where you had like this immediate relief, and you had like this immediate, kind of immediate recovery, right? Before maybe some of the setbacks might happen. So it was like I saw myself have a lot of progress initially. And I kind of related also to exercise and sports and things like that. Say I haven't exercised for years and I decide I want to start a running program. Well, you know, for the first couple of months, if I'm faithful to it, it's probably going to I'm probably going to experience a whole lot of gains. But then after that, they're probably going to be a little smaller. It's going to taper off. You might have some setbacks, you know. You might get that little knee injury that you got to kind of nurse along and then for you to keep going. That's kind of how my experience with the recovery process has been. You know, I remember being really pumped up right at the beginning, probably for the first, you know, few months. But then the work of it, being faithful to just keeping, I noticed if I felt like I was doing really good and then I took a couple weeks off, you know, got maybe a little bit lazy and wasn't doing it, maybe a little bit of those feelings would be coming back a little bit more. So, I mean, I learned pretty fast if I want to stay on this course that I'm going, I definitely need to take that time every day to practice this stuff. So, and I mean, I still do now. So that was 2001 to 2000 or 2001. You know, I still do some stuff to this day. I mean, it's definitely not as significant as I was doing when I started, but I mean, I'm still working on stuff.
By that, you mean you still do some form of self-therapy based upon the handouts, or you're still reading the handouts every day?
Mm-hmm. I do some self-therapy based on the handouts. Yeah, basically.